What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the farm vlog here at Hidden Heights Farm. My name is Kevin. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm going to ask you right now to hit that subscribe button. And I am walking out to the garden where my wife Rachel is starting to tear out our lettuce, carrot, spinach, kale, and onion bed. And we are getting ready to prepare for a fall garden. Say hi, Rachel.
Hello, everybody.
So Rachel's pulling some carrots that we had planted right now, and you know, we didn't let them, they didn't get all the way to size because we're picking them a little early. When I did this bed here, this is, if you guys are new, I'm going to start over because I got a lot of new subscribers here recently, which is awesome. I want to thank you guys again. So if you guys are old subscribers, stick around because this is important for everybody. But this is our first year with raised beds. We've lived here for like 14 years, and we've always had a traditional garden in the ground where I would use a tractor to till it up, and we planted everything in the ground and wasn't always so successful. This year we made these 6 raised bed gardens, did a super soil mix, and used a bunch of compost from the barns with all the goat poo and all the composted hay. And in the bottom of these raised beds we put a layer of leaves. My mom and dad live, they live about 10-15 miles from us, and they have a ton of these huge old maple trees in their yards, and every year they make a huge mess with leaves, which it benefits us. My dad has to pay people to come in, and they mulch it all up and they bag it for him, and then he brings it over here. I pick it up and I set it, and it's in the bag, so it's constantly composting down because it's got a lot of moisture in it. And what I do is let it compost down, and it's all shredded up and mulched up. I layer these beds with that mulch of leaves, and then I put the super soil on top of it, so you're not just wasting all that soil. And that's what we did this year. And man, if you guys have been following us, you've seen the tomatoes and the cucumbers and all that stuff we've done this year. I mean, it's been a blessing this year to have this garden produce all the stuff that it has produced this year. And you know, if you guys have been watching us a while, you know that the squash bugs pretty much wiped out our squash and zucchini. Let me stop for a second because it's getting dark, and let me explain that. So today has been an eventful day. Me and Rachel have had tons of projects we were wanting to do. We're wanting to clean out this shed here, which is going to be, we're wanting to clean out this shed here, which is going to be our garden shed. We're going to keep our tiller and our shovels and rakes, all our garden equipment in there, water hoses and stuff. Yeah, it's like a potting shed is what she just said, but she shed. Whatever you want to call it. We didn't get to do that. It's been raining on and off like every 30 minutes today. And if you guys watched my last video where I made the quail feeder, I got lit up by my honeybees. I was trying to weed eat around their hives, and they just lit me up, stung me like 6 or 7 times. I don't even know how many times they stung me. But anyways, with that being said, we're finally out here, and you guys can see the sun's going down right here behind me. Sorry about the sun in your eyes on the camera. But we're finally out here. You know, it's 80 degrees, which is awesome. Awesome temperature for August in Oklahoma. It's not that humid either, so it's a great time to actually get out here. It's just late. It's almost dark. It's like 8:30 right now or whatever, but we're gonna get done what we can. And well, if you guys notice, this is a squash and zucchini bed. And if you see these little green dudes, you zoom in a little bit, you guys see those little plants right there? That is new squash and zucchini. So we still got one little squash plant left, and it's not looking too great, but we do have one zucchini left, and there's actually a zucchini there. If you can see that bloom, there's a little baby zucchini. And then we got our sunflowers still on this bed, but half of this bed is zucchini, and this half is squash, yellow summer squash. And I just got these replanted just a few days ago, and they are already looking great. I just got to keep the weeds plucked out of here, but I got this drip line in, so everything is getting watered. Awesome. Looking good. Tomatoes are still putting on. We just picked, my mother-in-law came over and actually helped us pick tons and tons more tomatoes. And if you guys know, been watching our channel for a while, we just got done making salsa like 2 weekends ago, and we had, I think the recipe called for like 44 big tomatoes, and we had well over that. And we also put in a bunch of cherry tomatoes. We made pickles, made a lot of jellies and jams. This is the cucumber bed. It's still producing cucumbers, but it's not looking the greatest. It's been super hot, and I do have the drip irrigation in here as well, but you guys might notice these little guys. These are not squash or zucchini, but they're close. These are pumpkins. So Rachel wanted pumpkins this year, and we never did get around to planting any. So hopefully we can get a few pumpkins. I know it might be a little late. This is going to be considered a fall garden as well. Hopefully the squash bugs has moved on. I did see a few of them on these cucumbers, and I sprayed them down with the neem oil and the peppermint soap, and I have not seen any more, so hopefully that mixture is working. But I did plant these a couple days after the squash and zucchini, and they're catching up. They're already quite bigger than the squash and zucchini. And hopefully we can get them grown up and get some pumpkins this year. Alright, let's go see what Rachel has got so far. Looks like a bunch of carrots. So we'll get them all washed up, and we might cook them for dinner here pretty soon. Not really enough to can or mess with preserving anyways. It's a nice little bunch.
There's a nice one right there. That's
Yeah.
the size that we want.
Right. Oh well, we didn't really give them time. Maybe we'll get another package of seeds and do it over. And you can see these onions, they dried out. And the reason is, so on this bed here, we started with lettuce, radishes, spinach, Swiss chard, and kale. Or actually, it was kale, then Swiss chard. But anyways, we still got a lot of the Swiss chard. The kale, grasshoppers had pretty much eaten all that. The onions, they dried up really early, and we just haven't picked them yet, but we're going to pick them and let them finish drying in the shop or something. So we're going to focus tonight on cleaning this bed out, and probably in the morning I'm going to get out here and plant some seeds. I'll probably get my kids to get out here and help me. But the reason why we are redoing this bed instead of just adding to it is I did not get to add the drip line the long ways, the length of the bed, and that's why the onions and stuff kind of dried out, because in the raised beds, if you guys are familiar with them, they're above ground, so they're going to dry out way faster than anything in the ground would. So the onions dried out a little quicker than I wanted, so they didn't really get that big size to them. So we're going to rip everything out of this bed except for maybe some of the Swiss chard, because this Swiss chard is still doing excellent. A lot of it's looking good. We're going to get all the weeds out, and then I'm going to plant all of our seeds lengthwise of this bed. That way I can run this drip line down every row and do it right. So all these other beds, except for the strawberries, have drip line ran down long ways with the plants, because we planted all the seeds long ways in all these other beds, and they were thriving this year. So that was a, I'm not going to say it was a mistake, it's just a learning lesson for us. As soon as we get these new plants or seeds in the ground in this raised bed, I don't know if I'll plant the seeds first or do the irrigation lines first, but either way, we're going to have irrigation line in this bed next, running lengthwise. And that being said, let me show you guys these peppers. So we're getting a lot of good-sized bell peppers. And some of our plants didn't grow all the way up. So let me show you some of these peppers. So some of these bell pepper plants didn't do too great. I don't know why. But you got the plants like this one here. I mean, we've been picking peppers off of this every day, just big ones. But not all of them are doing so great. But our hot peppers are thriving. Let me show you these habaneros. I mean, there's just tons and tons of habaneros, which are super hot, so we don't really eat or cook with them too much. And we got a lot of these serrano type peppers, and we haven't really used these much this year. They're more of like a cooking pepper, or letting them dry out and making some kind of powder out of them. And then we got the snacking tangerine dream peppers. Still got tons of these guys. These are similar to bell peppers, they just don't get the size, but they are super sweet and they're really good. And of course, our Sugar Rush peach peppers that are not turning a peach color, but these things are probably producing more peppers than any pepper plant I've ever had. Okay, I think I might have just found one that's turning peach. Let me look. Okay, we are. Here's one that is finally turning peach. So I'm going to leave this sucker on there and let it turn its peach color. They say these are supposed to be in between a jalapeno and a habanero on the level of heat. But when they turn peach, they get this sweet, sweet flavor in them. So I am eager to try it. I have tried them before they're turning peach and they are super hot. Not as hot as the habanero, but they're hot. So hopefully the peach color will kind of mellow them out a little bit, where you can just kind of eat them or cook with them and not burn your mouth too bad. So I guess the key is just to give them a little more time. And of course, jalapenos, which if you guys have been following us on Facebook, yes, we do have a Facebook page, and that is Hidden Heights Farm. All you got to do is go to Facebook, look up Hidden Heights Farm, and you'll see our farm page. We post some shorter videos and some pictures and stuff that don't always make it on YouTube on there. So we picked all these jalapenos just a couple weeks ago and made salsa, and I still have a whole basket full of big jalapenos.
We can can those.
Yeah, we're going to can some, pickle some, and then we're going to make some jalapeno pepper flakes. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So, alright, you got one of your caterpillars on here that you were waiting for. I was just going to talk about this. Let me zoom out for a minute. So this yellow and red flower is a milkweed. And what is it, the monarch butterflies that like these?
Only monarch butterflies will lay their eggs on those and hatch.
This is the only plant where a monarch will lay on.
Yep.
And I think, I'm not certain, but if you guys can see that right there, I think that is a monarch caterpillar. If I can get zoomed in. That's awesome.
They are poisonous.
They are?
Milkweed is very poisonous.
Okay, so she's saying milkweed's poisonous. So I don't know what that caterpillar is. I'm not familiar with the butterflies too much. But we are all into bees and pollinators, so that is why we went ahead and planted some of these milkweed plants in this bed. We had a few extra space in here, a little bit more extra space in this pepper bed, so we planted it. And you guys seen that caterpillar. For those of you that know what it is, let me know down in the comments. I'm not sure. Rachel hasn't seen it yet either. She's still busy over there, and I'm over here talking, making this video.
I'm always working, and he's talking.
Right. But anyways, guys, whatever that caterpillar is, let us know, because I think it's a monarch. I don't know for sure. I can look it up on my phone, but I want you guys to let me know what you think it is. So let's go over here and start helping Rachel.
All right, so Kevin is trimming up some of the Swiss chard behind me, working on that a little bit. You can see Skeeter's back there being a really good helper, as always. So, we're gonna get this bed cleaned out. We're almost finished. And tomorrow we're gonna rerun the DripWorks water line here. And Kevin, we have a coupon code for that, don't we?
Yeah, guys, check the description down below. I've been putting it in almost every video description. DripWorks.com was nice enough to give us, I think, 15% off a coupon code unique to our farm, Hidden Heights Farm. Go down below if you guys are interested. Go check out their website.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the best garden we've ever had in these raised beds, and a lot of it we had the help of all this drip line irrigation, except for this bed here, which is we will be installing tomorrow.
Yes.
Before we plant our seeds. Guys, you know, if you go on vacation or you guys work a lot, don't get home late, We have all these beds on a timed irrigation, and you know, 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night, the timer goes on for 10 or 15 minutes and it just drips to every plant. I mean, they have all kinds of emitters, sprayers, and the ones I like the best are the actual drip lines that has a slot in every 6 inches down the hose. This is a solid hose right here. I was just experimenting with this. It comes off the main line, but this is a solid hose, and I have it running down to the end of this bed, and it just has a little spray emitter. I'm not a big fan of that for the type of garden plants that we plant, so I am going to start using just all the drip line that has a little hole in the line about every 6 or 8 inches, and what you want to do is plant your seeds along your drip line. That way all your seeds are watered well. And I'll talk more about that tomorrow. I'll try to make another video tomorrow when we're actually out here planting and installing the drip line. But if you guys are interested in it, go check out that website, www.dripworks.com, and check out, if you add anything to your cart and you check out, use our coupon code. We don't get anything from it at all. It's good until the end of 2019. We just wanted to be able to share that great savings with you guys on these great products.
So while Kevin is continuing to clean out this bed here that we're going to replant tomorrow, I want to show you guys some of my sunflowers. They are huge. This is the first year I have ever had sunflowers grow successfully. I have got several giant ones. I don't know if you can see that very good. They are just absolutely gigantic. I don't even think that's a word, but that's what I'm gonna call it. I've only got one that's still kind of yellow there. And the rest are just, they got so big and heavy that they have just drooped down. I've even got them staked and tied to that, but I think I did that maybe too late. I don't know. This is the first year they've actually ever even grown. So I've got lots of good ones here. And here's the biggest. That's giant. That's how big it is. Huge. So, pretty excited about that. I planted them on every corner, almost, of these raised beds. Except that one. I don't think I did these two beds. I did that in the corner. That one kind of broke. I didn't do that one or that one. So I take that back. I didn't plant them on every corner, but all the ones that came up look awesome. There's one facing towards the tomatoes there. You think we should harvest any of these peppers tonight or wait till tomorrow?
Wait till tomorrow. You want to get this?
So, and I actually got this little handy basket on Amazon. I'll have Kevin put a link to that basket. And I'm telling you, we've used the heck out of this thing. And mainly I got it because I like the color. But it has been the handiest little bucket, and it fits right down on my sink. So, it works great. And this is the large size. They have two different sizes.
Nice little garden bucket, strainer, whatever you want to call it.
And it fits right down in your sink. I think they had several colors to pick from, but this was like the eggshell blue or something. And Kevin's washing those carrots. We'll take them in the house and continue to clean them. And it's easy to carry.
Yep.
Right? The kids can even carry it pretty good. So, that's what we got going on this evening. Just harvesting, and like Kevin said, it has rained. Every time we got ready to go outside today, it has started to pour down rain. So we have not got all the projects done, but that's how things are. You just got to roll with the punches and keep going. So, and use what time you do have, and work towards your goals, I guess. Just keep on track. Thank you guys for coming along and checking out the garden with us this evening. We're running out of daylight, so we're gonna have to end this video, but we wanted to show you this awesome view behind us and the steam coming off the creek across the road.
Yeah guys, this is why we love living where we live. If you guys can see that, that is not smoke. That is a really, really cold spring-fed creek over there. It's not on our property, unfortunately, but it's just on the other side. And early mornings and late evenings when the temperatures are just right, that's what it looks like almost every morning. And this is our awesome view, and that is, like I said before, if you guys have been watching this for a while, that's how we got our name, Hidden Heights Farm. So we're really secluded where we're at.
Right.
We're not anywhere near the city, or we're like 5 miles from our nearest town, and it's kind of hard to get here. So, you know, we have awesome views out here, have these awesome pine trees on the hillside, have all this fog moving, lifting above the creek. You know, it's just awesome view, stuff that you don't see every day.
You have to look at your blessings around you and remember, you know, what you're blessed with. And Kevin and I have worked very hard to obtain this property. We've lived here for 15 years, so, and we worked for it very hard. I mean, we worked to purchase this ourselves. We didn't inherit anything.
Yeah, when you work for something and instead of getting it handed to you, it seems like you learn to appreciate it a lot more.
We do. We definitely
got a lot of blood, sweat,
it.
and tears poured into this place.
Yes.
But guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell before I get ate up by mosquitoes, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.